project. I started off the homepage with my name at the top here, um, my controls up here. Um, so I have a contact right there. It's highlighted, uh, contrasting against the white. Down here I have why people are on my page. Why did they come to me? Um, I talk about all the different things that I offer right off the bat, so I'm not wasting their time. Um, I have a couple of highlighted points here: web design, SEO, pay-per-click, social media. Down here, I have a glorious image of me. Sarcasm's not transmitted too well over these headphones, but um, it's about me, brief little bio, and then at the bottom of that, I have a link to my resume, which is bolded, easily accessible. Also to note, I have I guess it's a plugin or an app. It's called Let's Chat. It just allows people to think, people that are on the website, to have another way to get in contact other than sending in an email. Let's see. The next page is my examples of my work. Um, I chose a couple different things from the Stukent Mimic Pro simulation. This is a Nikon one that I did. You click on these, it shows up as a full picture, and you can do a slideshow right here, or slider, I think it's called. Anyway, here's my GoPro product description. These are both examples of landing pages that I had done for the simulation. Here is an example from a customer standpoint of what I'm capable of doing for a pay-per-click dashboard. Um, Obviously, these um, products can be interchanged with every any product that they're looking to get help with. So you can go through, and obviously the Canon 5D did well compared to the other ones on here. A little late to the party with the whole Stukent thing in the first place, but I feel like I got a great grasp over round number 4. But you can go through and see what I'm capable of producing for them for the click-through rates, the amount of conversions, conversion rates. Um, Impressions is one thing that I did very well with the Stukent simulation. Um, I was able to reach a lot of people, but that doesn't always necessarily make profits or get you money. Just because it's in front of somebody doesn't mean they're going to buy it, which I learned through the simulation. Up next is my examples of some of the ads that I did for the Stukent simulation. We can see how awful my Galaxy NX did here with a 17.94 return on asset spent, ad spend. Um, I really thought this was going to be a great option, but it was awful. Absolutely awful. Saw the profit margin on it, got excited because it was a lower price point. Thought that if I can market it out, um, I could get a ton of profits. Was not the case. So over here we have some examples of how I took care of keywords um, in this simulation. Um, you can see obviously how much I spent, the suggested bid, max bid. Um, this is what I put in. This is what um, was suggested by Google for me to do. See how the conversion rates for the different um, keywords over here correlate. One thing that this doesn't show were the actual monthly searches, which I wish that this did because it represents, for anybody kind of just looking at this, um, there's no background information. So this Canon DSLR camera had only 1,625 impressions. Compare that to this Canon camera's up here, 13,628. I really can't say anything because this is zero conversions. But my point remains. I wish that they had the monthly searches available here on this page. And at the very last, the last piece of information I have for my examples of my work was the actual data from my ad campaign. Kind of just sums up the entire process for me. There wasn't anything else that I could add for my work that would be relevant. But I think that this kind of puts a nice period at the end of the page here. At the bottom, I have my email, a phone number that you can contact me. Kind of just I feel like it's repetition, repetition, repetition. So the more I put this in front of the customers, the better chance I have of them clicking it. And it's out of the way, it's negligible too, not taking up a ton of space. So for my target persona, I chose to, all right, envision the situation here. You have Jake Smithinson. He is an owner of Jake's Brakes. He's a local brake pad and rotor company with an active social media presence. And he also has an online retail platform or a website for his company. So looking at Jake, he is 36 years old. He's a male, obviously. He has a salary of $18,000 annually. He is in the wonderful city of Scranton, Pennsylvania. I believe that his store is actually right next to Dunder Mifflin paper products. So that's a little office reference there. He got a BBA in finance, not marketing, because he wouldn't be contacting me if he got it in marketing. But he got it from Penn State University. He is married with no kids. Jake kind of takes a step back and looks at his entire online digital marketing aspect of his business, and he comes up with a couple things. So he has a friend who owns a restaurant, and they were extremely successful with PPC or pay-per-click advertising with their application for the restaurant. So that kind of made Jake scratch his head, and he said, why don't I attempt to do that for my online retailer, my online platform? That being said, he has no idea how to do it. I think in that situation, there's a great possibility that Jake's going to go onto a search engine such as Google and type in something that I tagged as my keywords for this website that I've created here. And that would in turn lead him to my page, and it is extremely possible for him to get linked up with me, and that would be a customer for me to help out. With all of his current social media accounts on Facebook and Instagram, Jake sees very few sales being generated. So he has the accounts already. They're there. You don't have to create them. But he's seeing absolutely no generation of revenue or sales from the posts that he's creating or anything like that. So he's thinking that why let this sit idle when social media is such a giant part of today's society? Why would he let it sit idle when he could cash in on that? Why wouldn't he want to get his hand in that cookie pot, right? So he wants to change that, and he wants to use them to their fullest potential, which I listed on my landing page, my homepage, that was something that I could help out with. So Jake feels that his current web page just isn't cutting it as far as user experience or user interface. are concerned. It's possible that it was created at the dawn of the digital time and it's quite outdated. I'm sure his website is not optimized for the mobile experience, and that is a big loss because there are a ton of people out there who are just surfing on their mobile phones and they want something easy to use on that tiny screen. It needs to be able to scale. The scalability of it needs to be there, which is something that I took a look at with this um, website in particular. I made sure that it scaled great. Um, but so Jake has this problem. He has a way to measure how successful this revamp is. He'd like to see increased sales, a lower bounce rate, and a higher conversion rate. So if he employs me, we could definitely work on the increased sales. I think that actually comes with, it goes in tandem with being able to have an optimized landing page. A lower bounce rate that would result from having people knowing when they click on it, where they're going, and not backing out they went to the wrong page, not backing out real quick. A higher bounce rate. Yeah, higher bounce rate is not the good one. That's the more people that are clicking and clicking back out. He wants people to take off their jacket and stay a while when they come in. I don't want them leaving as soon as they get there. Higher conversion rate will come with the entire on-site optimization, um, landing page optimization. People, when they click on, even PPC, when they click on the ad, they get sent to a page that they know they're going to, and then offering a competitive pricing on brakes and pads and shoes. Um, those people that search that to get linked up with that ad, to go to my page, or Jake's page, um, are more likely to purchase due to me having keywords that are associated with what they're searching for. Here we go. Certifications. These are all the things that I actually gained from this course. This Google Ads or digital sales certification took quite a while. It's a lengthy process, but you know what? I learned a lot from it, and it's a great thing to showcase on my website. Um, I chose the HubSpot Academy email marketing or certified certification, whatever, because over the onboarding one or whatever the intro one is, just because it kind of showcases more of a niche skill. But this is something that I I really enjoyed. On top of the fact that it was extra credit, so you kind of get that sweet feeling when you get it done. Uh, I think HubSpot, other than the fact that they really have the website tailored to people who are actually using it for a purpose and not like me who's just using it to learn on. They want you to do more than just learn on it. I think it was definitely worth my time to do it, obviously with the extra credit, but more so just gaining knowledge. Anything dealing with the digital age is just, there's a price can't be put on it. Um, it's incredibly important. So, and the last is my Mimic Pro certification of completion. It states that I manage an online campaign, roughly $50,000, and goal is to drive the highest profits. Yeah. Well, Mimic Pro, I liked it. I think it was very eye-opening. There are a ton of improvements that I would make on it, but I'm glad that I did it. Um, but yeah, that is my website. Um, I hope you enjoyed it.